Hey, welcome to Fun of Profits Trading. I'm Luke Holmstrom, and today I'm going to be talking to you about what time frame you should be using and should you use multiple time frames. So let's dive into it. So depending on what kind of a trader you are, you're going to use different time frames. So for example, if you're a scalper, you're going to be looking somewhere between, the M15, I would say, and below, down to the M5 and the M1. And before we even break into, day trading and swing trading and so on, I do want to explain this quick, that when I say 15-minute chart, that means that each candle is 15 minutes duration. If you go to a 5-minute candle, each candle is 5 minutes. And you can see as you change the chart, from a 1 minute to a 5 minute to an hour, the chart looks totally different. So depending on your goals and who you are as a trader is going to determine what kind of time frame you're going to use. So like I said, with scalping, we're going to be looking at 15 minutes and below. With day trading, I'd be looking around 15 minutes to even an hour or even 2-hour time frame. And for swing trading, I would start at the lowest at 1 hour and go all the way up to even in the days. So, it all depends on what kind of a day trader you are. If you're a swing trader, if you're a day trader, if you're a scalper. And for me personally, I'm more of a day trader, but I do also scalp a little bit. And I have some other strategies that I use scalping techniques to get into good positions for my longer term day trades. So what I do is I do use multiple time frames when I trade, and I think everyone should. Now, if you're scalping, you should definitely be looking at the 1 hour, for example, and you should be looking at the overall market structure, right? Where do you think that we're going to go most likely overall? And you should really keep that in mind. If you're, if you're just day trading and you're on the 1 hour time frame, it might be beneficial to look at the M1 or the M5 to see if you can get in a better entry at a better time and price. So using multiple time frames can definitely help you. And what I suggest is if you're day trading, use an M15 to H1 and use the M5 and the M1 to help you determine on your entries and your exits to make them more accurate, right? And there's multiple ways you can do that, but even just using a simple indicator such as even an RSI on an M1 or M5 can even help you out with getting a better entry and a better exit. So please use multiple different time frames, but just determine on what kind of a trader are you, and that should be the time frames that you're mostly using. But it's always okay to go in and look at the H4, look at the daily, and look at the overall market structure and look at the bigger picture and still trade smaller trades like on an M1 or M5. But again, if you're a swing trader, then H1 and up, even to the dailies, but probably H1 to H4, that's where you're probably going to be. If you're a day trader, M15 to H1ish. And then if you're a scalper, then you're going to be looking at M15 and below. And I wouldn't really recommend too much in going into the seconds, going into those really, really high frequency time frames. But M1 is probably the lowest I'd ever go scalping. I'm not going to go into the seconds. So those are the time frames that I would use based on who you are as a trader. And remember again, if you're an impatient person already and you're just getting into trading, you're probably going to want to start looking at scalping. If you can be patient, please go ahead and go look at day trading and swing trading. And I think a lot of people have a lot higher potential with swing trading and also day trading compared to scalping. I think, for me personally, it's easier to get higher risk to reward ratio setups that actually make it worth it and also get higher, reward basically. So please dig into it and try out all different types of trading, try out different time frames. But what I would recommend is, stick to whatever you want to trade and then also use smaller and bigger time frames in there to help your confluences to get in on a better exit and a better entry. If you're interested in learning more about trading, then all you got to do is click the button below and please subscribe and keep coming for more videos just like this. And we also do have an academy. So if you are interested, there's going to be a link down below where you can learn how to trade, get access to my trades in live time, and also help get access to 6 figures in capital or more with funding partners. So if you're interested in learning how to trade and getting access to more capital, just click the link below and please like, subscribe, and comment if you have any other questions. I'll see you on the next videos.